Europe's space freighter will have opened a new chapter in the history of the International Space Station. After 155 days attached to the ISS, the ATV now begins its final voyage, burning up in the atmosphere after having achieved many firsts. Launched from Kourou on the 9th of March, the spaceship named Jules Verne started with an anti-collision demonstration of its safe and precise rendezvous piloting and navigation systems. It then climbed towards the space station, and after 2 trial approaches, it automatically and gracefully latched onto the ISS docking port on the 3rd of April. Neither the astronauts on board the station nor the mission control teams in Toulouse had to intervene. The largest space transporter ever built had brought some 6 tons of cargo, propellant, water, oxygen and equipment for the ISS. Over the weeks, and particularly at the end of August, dozens of white container bags were transferred from the ATV's pressurized cabin to the ISS. Its empty racks and tanks were then used to store the station's dry and liquid waste and excess material, some 2.5 tons, to be consumed in the atmosphere at the end of the mission. More than just a store cupboard, the spaceship was also used as a rest area, a bathroom and sleeping quarters. A visiting South Korean astronaut even conducted microgravity experiments. And with original manuscripts brought on board, the Russian cosmonaut Sergei Volkov took time off to pay homage to the French novelist and visionary Jules Verne. Temperatures, humidity and radiation levels inside the ATV have proved to be perfect. All the spaceship's systems have performed exceptionally well, allowing the mission to be extended by a month. On 5 occasions, the ATV was called upon to fire its thrusters to raise the orbit of the space station to counter its tendency to drift back to Earth. One additional firing of the ATV thrusters moved the ISS clear of debris from a disintegrated Russian satellite. After closing the hatches between the ISS and the ATV, the hooks of the docking mechanism opened on the 6th of September and the Jules Verne smoothly separated itself. It then fired its engines for a minute to distance itself below and ahead of the space station. After carrying out more tests, notably to see whether its optical rendezvous sensors were polluted by purged propellants, the spacecraft is set for a destructive return into the Earth's atmosphere. 2 de-orbit maneuvers will lower the ATV, and breakup of the bus-sized satellite is expected at an altitude of 75 kilometers. The crew aboard the ISS will attempt to observe the fiery re-entry over the Pacific, and 2 NASA aircraft positioned along the ground track will record the Jules Verne's demise. Engineers are already working on the following 2 ATVs. The next one is scheduled for launch in 2010. But the Jules Verne's mission, highlighting the expertise of European technology, has strengthened proposals to adapt the spaceship to other tasks. The main industrial contractor, EADS Astrium, has variants on its drawing boards, a step-by-step evolution, first allowing the ATV to be fitted with a capsule which could return cargo to Earth. The program could then move to develop a vehicle capable of transporting astronauts safely to and from the ISS. Meeting in The Hague in November, European space ministers may well evoke such proposals. In any case, the ATV's maiden mission will have fully lived up to expectations.
I confirm that the ATV autogram has been